a new topic, probability. This is part 1. You have learned a little bit of this topic in the junior class. You have seen what happens when a coin is flipped and when a die is rolled. All those things you have understood in the junior class. Now, we go further to understand the concepts of probability in this video. What is probability? It's a branch of mathematics that deals with calculating how likely it is that a given event occurs or happens. What is an event? Flipping a coin and getting a head is an event. Or when you roll a die, getting 3 dots is an event. And this number, when you calculate probability, you get a real number between 0 and 1. It can be 0, it can be 1, or any number between 0 and 1. It is not beyond this interval. So it's a real number. Probability is a calculation and we get a real number as the answer. When we talk about the probability of something happening, we call this something an event. Getting tails when tossing a coin, or getting 2 dots when you roll a die. These are events. How to calculate the probability? Okay. To calculate a probability, you divide the number of favorable outcomes by the total number of possible outcomes. You know it, but if you flip a coin, we have 2 possibilities. It can be head or it can be tail. So the total number of outcomes is 2. And probability of favorable outcome, if you want a tail, probability of getting a tail is 1. And then we say the probability of getting a tail is equal to 1 divided by 2. Simple as that. So that is the calculation. Favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. 1 divided by 2. In the case of a die, it may be 1 divided by 6, because you have 6 possible outcomes when you roll a die. Look at this. A bag contains R red balls, B blue balls, and Y yellow balls. What is the probability that a ball drawn from the bag at random, we just take one ball, and what is the probability it is yellow? So our calculation is probability of yellow equal to Y divided by, Y is the favorable outcome, and the total outcome is R plus B plus Y. That is the definition. Inclusive events, what is that? We try to understand more about this topic. Inclusive events means A and B are inclusive if A and B, probability of A and B not equal to 0. There is an intersection. Look at that. It is not empty. That intersection, we have number 3 inside the intersection. So such events are called inclusive events. And we have a very useful rule that is called sum rule. What is that? Probability of A or B together must be equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. That is the sum rule. We can understand that why we subtract probability of A and B. Look at the circle A. We have 1, 2 and 3. If you take probability of A, it is 3 elements there. Now if you take B, the circle B, again 3 is coming there. 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what we do is we subtract one of them, one intersection, minus probability of A and B. Okay, that's how it comes. So you add probability of A and B, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. That is a very, very useful rule in probability, sum rule. Exhaustive events. What is the meaning of this? Look at the Venn diagrams. Exhaustive events contain all the elements, all elements of the sample space. It is in A and B. If you add A and B, you get all the elements. So probability of A or B, we say it is equal to 1 because all the 6 elements are included. 6 out of 6 is 1. Okay, so that is exhaustive events. We are trying to learn more terminology in these probability concepts. Complementary events. What is that? You can notice that if you take A and which is not in A is in B. So A or B is giving the whole sample space. Now complement of A, what is the meaning? It is not A. Elements not in A is the complement of A. Or even in this diagram we can easily understand that is in B. So we have another notation, A dash, complement of A is A dash. Okay. Now let us come to probability. Okay. We have probability of A plus probability of B is equal to 1. All the elements are there. It is exhaustive event. Now what is probability of not A or probability of A dash, which is probability of B? And what is probability of B? 1 minus probability of A. So if you want probability of not something, not winning, so we can say probability of not A is 1 minus probability of A. Calculate probability of not winning a match. How to calculate? You subtract from 1. 1 minus probability of winning the match. Okay? So always remember that information, very useful formula. Probability of not A is 1 minus probability of A. The probability that during a given weekend, a PSL team player will play in an international game represented by S is 0,7. The probability that the player will play in a charity golf tournament represented by G during the weekend is 0,4. And the probability that the player will participate in both activities is 0,3. Draw a Venn diagram to represent the given information. We have probability of S, probability of G, and also the intersection. How to represent this one in this one? What is our method? You have the common or the intersection is 0,3. First of all, you place that 0,3. Now, what is the remaining part of S? Okay, how do you calculate? We have probability of S is 0,7. You subtract 0, 3 from 0, 7. We get 0, 4. Same thing with G, the circle G. 0, 4 minus 0, 3 will give you 0, 1. Now, if you add these three numbers, you are not going to get 1. 0, 4 plus 0, 3 plus 0, 1 is only 0, 8. So how to get the balance? You have to represent all the elements must give us the sample space 1. So 1 minus 0, 8 will give you 0, 2. That is the representation. Calculate the same diagram. The question is probability of S dash. S dash means not in S. What we learned now? Complement of S. That is 1 minus probability of S. Probability of S is available in the question. 1 minus 0, 7, we get 0, 3. Next question, probability of S and G, the common. But the question is S and G dash. So what we do? S and G dash is 1 minus 0, 3. We get 0, 7. So we are doing some questions on complement. Now the question, probability of S or G. S or G. Okay? You can say S plus G. So what is the formula we use? The sum rule. Probability of S or G is equal to 0, 7 plus 0, 4 minus 0, 3 gives us 0, 8. Okay. Even if you add all the other 0, 4, 0, 3, 0, 1, you will get 0, 8. So that is the topic. Another question, probability of A is 0, 8. Probability of B is 0, 4. Probability of A and B is 0, 32. Almost same type. Calculate probability of A or B dash. We use the sum rule. Okay. We have all the numbers here. And we get probability of A or B is 0, 88. Now the complement. Probability of A or B dash. We use the rule 1 minus probability of A or B, which is equal to 1 minus 0, 88, and we get 0, 12. Where do we put that? A or B dash, not in A or B. Where is it? It is outside the two circles. Look at that. That is the clear representation of the Venn diagram as well. So good people, we finish this part with this one. We will learn more and more about probability concepts in the coming videos. Make sure that you subscribe this channel and watch all the videos, especially during the revision time. Enjoy and get good marks in the exam. Okay? Thank you.